Welcome to my channel Chemistry Not Mystery. You can also visit to my website chemistrynotmystery.com. Today we are going to study factors affecting SN2 reactions. This video is also available in Hindi and you can get its link in the description box. In the previous video we have studied SN2 reaction mechanism in detail and you can get its link in the description box. So first we are going to take an overview of SN2 reaction mechanism. In SN2 reaction mechanism, the strong nucleophile replaces weak nucleophile. So when the strong nucleophile try to replace weaker nucleophile, but it cannot approach from the same side of the molecule to which leaving group is bonded to, because it has to face repulsion from the leaving group. That's why it will prefer to attack from the backside of the molecule, and it results in the formation of pentavalent transition state. In this pentavalent transition state, bond between nucleophile and carbon is still forming while the bond between carbon and leaving group is still breaking. That's why this stage of the molecule is known as transition state. Once the bond between carbon and leaving group breaks and carbon and nucleophile bond is formed, you will get the inverted product. And this inversion of configuration is known as Walden inversion. We have studied Walden inversion in the previous video of SN2 reaction mechanism in detail. So now come to the energy profile diagram of SN2 reaction mechanism. When we plot reaction coordinate on x-axis and energy on the y-coordinate, you will get this type of curve. This is the reactant and this is the product. And here you will get only one peak. This peak represents transition state because transition state always has the highest energy. Now, when you compare the energy between reactant and transition state, this energy difference is the activation energy. And whatever the factor that lowers this activation energy will facilitate SN2 reaction mechanism. So let's discuss types of substrate that prefer to react via SN2 reaction mechanism. Sterically less crowded substrate prefer to react via SN2 reaction mechanism because they facilitate nucleophile to attack from the backside of the molecule and they form stable transition state. When we compare the reactivity of different alkyl halides. First one is methyl chloride. Second one is primary alkyl halide. Next one is secondary alkyl halide and the last one is the tertiary alkyl halide. First examine the methyl chloride. Methyl chloride. In methyl chloride, this is the alpha carbon to which functional group chlorine is bonded to. So this alpha carbon is bonded with 3 other hydrogen. So there is enough space for nucleophile to attack to this molecule. Now come to the primary alkyl halide. In this primary alkyl halide, this carbon is the alpha carbon and it is bonded with 2 other hydrogens and 1 carbon. There is also enough space for nucleophile to attack on this molecule. Now come to the secondary alkyl halide. This carbon is the alpha carbon and it is bonded with 2 other carbons and 1 hydrogen. So there also nucleophile can manage to attack this molecule. But in case of tertiary alkyl halide, this is the alpha carbon and it is bonded with 3 other carbons. So there is no space for nucleophile to attack to this molecule. So that's why this alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide, does not prefer to react via SN2 reaction mechanism. While it will prefer to react via SN1 reaction mechanism because after the leaving group leaves the molecule, it results in the formation of tertiary carbocation and tertiary carbocation is more stable, so tertiary alkyl halide prefer to react via SN1 reaction mechanism but not by the SN2 reaction mechanism. So when you compare the reactivity order of different alkyl halides for SN2 reaction mechanism, you will get this order. Methyl chloride react faster in SN2 reaction mechanism, while tertiary alkyl halides do not react via SN2 reaction mechanism. Now come to the type of leaving group. Good leaving group increases the rate of SN2 reaction. But how do you identify which group is good leaving group? So weak bases are good leaving group, or you can say weak nucleophiles are good leaving group. For example, when you compare the leaving ability of Cl- and OH-, which one is a good leaving group? Cl- is a conjugate base of HCl and OH- is a conjugate base of H2O. So HCl is a strong acid while H2O is a weak acid. Cl- is a weak conjugate base and weak bases are good leaving group. So Cl- will be good leaving group while OH- will act as a strong nucleophile. There are some other rules on the basis of that you can identify good leaving group. Molecule that can stabilize negative charge better. To stabilize the negative charge better, it should be more electronegative. For example, when you apply the same rule to the same example, Cl- is more electronegative. This is more electronegative as compared to oxygen. So Cl- can accommodate negative charge better as compared to oxygen. So this will be a good leaving group. Now, if electronegativity is same, then you have to compare the size of the ion. And bigger ions are better leaving group because they can disperse negative charge over a large volume. So let's try to apply these rules to compare the leaving ability of different alkyl halides. So when you compare the electronegativity of different halides, they all belong to the halogen. So they all have comparable electronegativity. But there is huge difference in their size. Fluorine is the smallest one while iodide is the biggest one. Being bigger in size, it can disperse negative charge over a large volume. So that's why iodide is a better leaving group as compared to fluoride. Now come to the type of nucleophile. Nucleophile plays very important role in SN2 reaction mechanism and strong nucleophile favor SN2 reactions. It should be present in higher concentration. But how do you identify which nucleophile is stronger and which one is weaker? So strong bases are good nucleophile. For example, as we just have compared the basicity of OH- and Cl-, you know OH- is a strong base as compared to Cl-. So that's why OH- is a strong nucleophile as compared to Cl-. Sterically less hindered bases are better nucleophile. So when you compare the nucleophilicity of NH3 and NR3, in NH3, nitrogen is bonded with three small hydrogen. So it is sterically less hindered, while in case of NR3, nitrogen is bonded with three alkyl groups. So it is sterically more crowded. So that's why NH3 will be better nucleophile as compared to NR3. Next rule, negative ions are better than neutral molecules. For example, OH- is better nucleophile as compared to water molecule. Let's try to apply these rules to compare the nucleophilicity of different ions. So here when you see, carbon is the donor atom in CH3 minus, in NH2 minus nitrogen is the donor atom, and in OH minus oxygen is donor atom. So when you compare, all these elements belongs to the second period of the periodic table. That means they almost have similar size. If the size is similar, then the less electronegative will be your better nucleophile. Because being less electronegative, it can share electrons easily. So that's why CH3 will be a stronger nucleophile as compared to NH2, and OH minus will a stronger nucleophile as compared to F minus. Now compare the nucleophilicity of different halide ions. So here you can see they all belongs to halogen family. That means they all have comparable electronegativity, but they all have different size. So if there is difference in size, so decide on the basis of size, and a smaller one will be the better nucleophile due to the large charge to mass ratio. So in case of fluoride, charge to mass ratio will be higher as compared to other halide ions. So that's why fluoride will be the strongest nucleophile as compared to Cl minus, and Cl minus is stronger than Br minus, and among them iodide is the weakest nucleophile. Now come to the type of solvents that support SN2 reaction mechanism. So polar aprotic solvents supports SN2 reaction mechanism. Aprotic means they do not have H plus ions. For example, N,N-dimethyl formamide. Its common name is DMF. The other one is dimethyl sulfoxide. Its common name is DMSO. So when you see in these molecules, oxygen is electronegative, here nitrogen is electronegative, and carbon is electropositive. And here also you can see oxygen is electronegative and sulfur has little bit positive charge. So when you see these molecules do not have electropositive hydrogen, they are lack of electropositive hydrogen, but they have enough negative charge over the molecule. So when you examine the molecule of these non-polar solvents, you can see they are polar in nature. Being polar in nature, they can stabilize transition state, but they do not have electropositive hydrogen. You can see there is electronegative oxygen and electronegative nitrogen is there. That means there is pretty much negative charge over the molecule. And this negative charge can stabilize positive ion, but it cannot stabilize negative ion. And here negative ion is our nucleophile. Because this nucleophile cannot solvate by the molecules of solvent. Solvation is the gathering of solvent molecule around ion. So this solvation of nucleophile cannot take place in the polar aprotic solvent. And because this nucleophile cannot solvated by the polar aprotic solvent, this nucleophile is pretty much free to attack the molecule. And that's how polar aprotic solvent help the nucleophile to increase its concentration and to remain free. So because of the higher concentration of nucleophile is available in case of polar aprotic solvent, they support SN2 reaction mechanism. Now you have to answer this question. For each of the following pairs of SN2 reactions, select which will react faster. In first pair, A and B, these are the options. You have to choose among them which one react faster. And next pair is this. In the next pair, you have to select C or D which will react faster. And you have to post your answer in the comment box. If you have any doubt, you can post them in the comment box. And don't forget to like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get a notification. You can also join my Telegram channel or follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Stay safe.